helping to shape the future of healthcare. Sometimes we get the opportunity to make a difference. It begins with a desire and decision to have a vision. Our story begins with a humble vision of providing world-class healthcare and making it accessible for all. This was the vision of our founding lady, Dr. Chandramma Dayananda Sagar, the first woman to have been conferred a triple FRCS. Welcome to the next level of medical education and research, a one-of-its-kind, state-of-the-art institute aiming to drive the next wave of healthcare innovations and solutions. Welcome to CDSIMER. If your dream is affordable healthcare and access to all, then it's time to live the dream. Great leaders don't just make a difference to their teams, but to the world around them as well. Combining the best investments into medical infrastructure, we can not only provide the best healthcare for the citizens of the country, but also provide a platform to create health practitioners in the country too. After all, everyone has now realized the importance of the healthcare workforce, especially because of the pandemic.
Basic idea as a doctor, the power what you get is the power to heal, the power to cure, the power to treat. The advantage of joining this institution, that is Dr. Chandramma Dayananda Sagar Institute of Medical Education and Research, that we will definitely make you the best globally viable. You should be able to tackle any situation, and you would be the best not only in the country, and you should also be the best across the globe.
By creating a focused research center along with molecular laboratories and providing a platform for researchers, we can hope to create the most comprehensive health plans for the people of the country, advancing healthcare as we know it for everyone. We aim not only to cure, but to learn, understand and prevent healthcare trauma of the future too.
The role of an Indian medical graduate today is much more than just being a pure clinician. You should not only be a clinician, but an excellent communicator, a member and leader of a team, a learner, and also learn to be an excellent researcher too. And each department contains within them a research wing where students who are aspiring to be not only clinicians but also researchers put in their best ideas, helped by the facilitators and the teachers, and they come out with projects, publications and papers and so on. We at CDSIMER are also aiming to do something like this.
This is medicine as it is supposed to have been, rather than the current trend of focusing on the individual and economics of doctors and patients that can afford the latest in healthcare. It focuses on the people and society and what we know and don't know about healthcare at large. This is what shall drive the future of medical care.
What we are trying to focus at CDSIMER is an entire spectrum of all these medicines, right from prescriptive, curative as well as palliative medicine. That is what is required to the larger sections of the populations today.
It is evident from the present challenges that a medical graduate who emerges will have to be well equipped with knowledge, skills and attitude. With this, we will plan out a course and lay it in front of the students who come here to strengthen them so that they become the ideal Indian medical graduate.
The most direct example we can take of infrastructure and a vision having a direct impact is the visionary ICU for emergency care.
The people-first approach of CDSIMER, with an emphasis not only on medical education but also on producing doctors who are empathetic and service-oriented is what attracted me to join this institution.
The overall vision to create the future of healthcare drives us to be a better faculty too. Given this kind of support, there is no limit to what our students can achieve in future.
Here at CDSIMER, we have 3 wings in pathology. One is hematology, cytology and histopathology. In all the 3 wings, we have advanced analyzers. These facilities were not available when we were studying. So I truly believe that CDSIMER will be defining the future of healthcare.
At the end of the day, every vision bears fruit, thanks to the power of the people who make it a reality. It is these people, from the leaders to the management team, from every doctor and healthcare professional, whether they teach or learn in these hallowed corridors, who make us an institute to reckon with.
Our intent is for this institution and our department in particular to be a game changer and also lead the way and show the way for our young medical undergraduates to become pathfinders in viewing medicine and community medicine in an entirely new way and be leaders in the way healthcare delivery services are going to be provided in the future.
The state-of-art museum in the department consists of well-dissected specimens, charts, models, plastinated specimens with excellent surface detailing, which helps the students not only in understanding the knowledge, but also it reaches the community where it is open for the schools and the colleges where the students can get a bird eye view of the knowledge of anatomy.
It is this desire to make a difference that makes CDSIMER a pinnacle of
Good afternoon, a warm welcome to all. I'm Dr. Shrini Balakrishnan.
I'm Asha.
On behalf of the Department of Pharmacology, we extend a warm welcome to all the delegates, dignitaries, faculty, guests, and students.
We are truly honored to have you all today. To formally begin the program, I request our esteemed guest, Dr. Jayaprakash sir, Dr. Rajesh sir, and our director, Dr. A.C. Ashok sir, and our Dean and Principal, Dr. Prashant sir, and our beloved HOD, Dr. Shumurthy sir, to kindly take their seats on the dais.
Thank you, sir. Let us begin this event with a prayer. Now we invite our chief, Dr. Shivamurthy sir, professor and head, Department of Pharmacology, to deliver the welcome address.
Respected our beloved director sir, Dr. A.C. Ashok sir, respected dean sir, Dr. Prashant sir, respected medical superintendent, Dr. Madhu sir, and deputy medical director, Dr. Guru Prasad sir, in their absence here, our esteemed chief guest, Dr. Jayaprakash sir, distinguished guest speaker, Dr. Rajesh Kumar sir, dear faculty members, colleagues, students, our PV champions, and all participants joining us both on-site and online. A very good afternoon to everyone. On behalf of Dr. Chandrama Dayanand Sagar Institute of Medical Education and Research and Department of Pharmacology, it gives me immense pleasure to extend a warm and heartfelt welcome to all of you today, to today's scientific program and valedictory program of CDSIMER Pharmacovigilance CME events organized by Department of Pharmacology. This program is a significant component of our ongoing efforts during National Pharmacovigilance Week. We have been celebrating since last 5 years. And I would like to mention here the originator of this National Pharmacovigilance Program is none other than our Dr. JP sir, Jayaprakash sir. Please, all of you, please, give him a big round of applause. Because of him, today, whole India talks about pharmacovigilance. Everyone, every healthcare worker, they're all talking about pharmacovigilance mainly because of sir. I was just speaking to him just 15 minutes back when he took over as the chief of pharmacovigilance of a PPA program. There were only 250 AMC centers were there. Can you imagine today how many centers are there? Is it 500? Is it 700? No. It is 1,500 today. So please give him again a round of clap for him. And I was just, all of you might have heard recently, our Honorable Minister JP Nadda sir, he mentioned that India claimed from 123rd position in global safety reporting to 8th position in the world. So again, this is another accolade sir has achieved in the recent past. So we are all fortunate, and I would like to mention here that sir generally does not go to any colleges, any centers to address. He always addresses from Delhi because he has so many commitments, and we are all fortunate to have him here live with us. So please again, please welcome him with a great round of applause. Maybe can you please, so with the line. Sir, can I request Ashok sir to welcome him? Photo, everyone is taking photos. Thank you so much, sir. So now, by this time you already understood with whom we are sitting. And again, I would like to now say about few words about Dr. Rajesh Kumar sir. So we are friends since more than 20 years, and we used to keep meeting during industry meetings and all. And now we are very fortunate to have a very senior, he is currently working as director, head medical affairs and clinical development at Himalaya, herbal company. You know that all of you know that it's one of the like this is the first company in India which took herbal drugs to international market. And we are very fortunate to have him, and he is going to address about the herbal pharmacovigilance. So thank you so much, sir, for joining us for this August occasion. Now, today's program also marks important academic milestone with the launch of app, on pharmacovigilance. So we are very happy to say that, one of our student, you will know in a few more minutes, developed the app, web app, and we are planning to launch it, worldwide and also all over India first and then go to globally. So to report, make it easy, the reporting of areas. So and also all of you know that we have already published a book, Pharmacovigilance Reflective Writing book, and which both of them will be launched today. So I take this opportunity to sincerely thank our management and institutional leadership for their constant support, guidance, and encouragement, which has made it possible to successfully organize a series of meaningful events under CDSIMER Pharmacovigilance CME events. This is a flagship program. Every medical college will keep looking at us. When are we going to, announce this? This is something, we are very proud of it, and I'm very happy that our management is constantly backing us, and our staff members are always supporting us, and our students are the inspiration for us. There, like I would like to say that 750 students have been trained since last 5 years, and our reporting of areas have really gone up. I was just mentioning to him, sir. So last month itself, we have got 50 areas. 50 areas have been reported by our center, and we request that like PVPI can support us now at this juncture with a pharmacovigilance associate, so that we can take it to the next level in the national level. So with this, I would like to warmly welcome all the participants from across the country who have joined us virtually and also locally. And thank you everyone for supporting us and for being part of this academic endeavor. With these words, I again welcome all of you. Wish you a very great success for this informative session. Thank you. So now I would like to request our team members to welcome Dr. Rajesh Kumar sir with a plan. Sir, can I request Dr. Prashant sir to honor the photo? Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Now we would like to invite Dr. Arusha and Dr. Raghavendra to give us an update on the PVCME event 2026.
Good afternoon, everyone. Warm welcome to all of you for the valedictory function of Pharmacovigilance CM Events 2026. We are incredibly proud of the collective effort our team has put into bringing this program. At this time, we would like to express our sincere gratitude to the management for their unwavering support in hosting this event under our flagship program, that is CDSIMER PV program. Thank you.
We thank our HOD, Dr. Shivkundi sir, for his constant efforts from 6 years since the inception of the Area Monitoring Center. We have received many awards for institution to this program. His vision as a team, united as a team to reach out for 650 participants for the valedictory functions and events impacting 1,500 participants over the category of the UG and the faculties.
To showcase these milestones, let's have a look at the short video clip highlighting our recent CME events.
CME Events 2026.
We warmly invite you to join us in strengthening of the drug safety awareness
and ADR reporting.
We are proud that we are organizing CDSIMER Pharmacovigilance CME Events 2026. Through this program, various competitions are organized just to promote patient safety and ADR reporting culture.
ಯಾವತ್ತು ನೀವು ಕೊಳ್ಳಬಾರದು ಕೊಂಡಾರೆ ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಬಿಟ್ಟಾರೆ ಬೇಡಿ ತೊಂದರೆ ಆಗಿ ಸುತ್ತಿರಬಾರದು.
Under this event, we are conducting rally, role plays and workshop to enhance practical skills and to create awareness among the public about reporting areas.
As part of the ongoing pharmacovigilance events, we conducted hands-on training on ADR completion form and medical devices related adverse event reporting. The main purpose of these sessions were to empower the doctors and the nurses on reporting the adverse events related to the devices and the drugs and contribute to the National Patient Safety Surveillance.
We are hosting a nationwide reflective writing competition, encouraging participants to share real-life experiences on identifying, managing, and preventing ADRs. We are selecting some writings that will be published in the Pharmacovigilance reflective writing book.
Click Flicks. Our short video and reels competition invites creative videos to promote drug safety awareness and ADR reporting.
Let your creativity spread the message. For your safety, just a click away and report to PDPA.
Wait, before you scroll, let me show you how one unreported drug reaction can harm many patients. What is an adverse drug reaction? An adverse drug reaction is a harmful or an unintended response. And
you had mild allergic reaction, you are safe now. On trust media sometimes cause adverse drug reaction.
Doctors, nurses, pharmacists, even students like us can report ADRs.
As a part of Pharmacology CME events, we conduct a quiz competition for phase 2nd, 3rd, 4th MBA students and all participated well. On behalf of our team, I congratulate winners as well as all the participants. I hope this boosted your confidence to participate in the inter-college quiz competitions. Thank you.
Thank you. I once again welcome you all for the program.
Thank you for the permission, Dr. Sir. Now, we would like to invite our respected director, Dr. A.C. Ashok Sir, to share a few words on this year's CME programs.
Pleasant afternoon, respected Jayaprakash sir, respected Rajesh sir, my dear faculty colleagues, Dr. Shivamurthy, dear friends, and definitely not leaving our students, and the other healthcare workers, the staff nurses who are ever vigilant in noticing these things. This activity we started as early as 1921. And the brain behind was none other than Dr. Shivamurthy. He's been always egging me, saying that this is something we should do it and we should always have it to the forefront. And I entirely agree with you because there are certain safety norms which we need to follow. And patient safety is always a concern. It is not enough that we read the textbooks and note what are the side effects. Those are known side effects which happen very often, and it's been widely publicized. It is written in the various textbooks and we know exactly what it is. But what we need to realize here is there are other than that which can happen in many of them. And that is what we have to be vigilant about. And that is where the pharmacovigilance has done an immense job in getting these adverse events. It many times goes unnoticed. Unfortunately, these things are bad. It's bad for the patient outcome. It is bad because we as people who are prescribing these medicines would go unnoticed in the form that we are not even aware that there are certain bad qualities of a particular drug, or for any instance there has been a reaction which we are unaware of it. We started, as I said, way back about 6 years back in a small way. But today I'm proud to say that Shivamurthy has made the all 5 batches, that is around 750 students who are on campus with us. They know exactly about pharmacovigilance and how the area reporting happens. It is not only the students, I should also thank the nurses who are there, and they are ever vigilant to find out if there is an adverse reaction, and it is immediately notified to the concerned officer and the concerned nodal officer. And there are many suggestions which came forward. In fact, we said we'll have a yellow sticker or a prominent sticker in most of the case sheets. And all they have to do is just stick it if they find that there is a reaction, and people can come back and find out why this sticker has been stuck. And if they go and cross-examine, they find, yes, this was because of an area which was noticed. And they would exactly know what are the kind, when and how, and what was the mode of treatment of in the event it was treatable. So an ADR is something which we as physicians should be ever be alert, because we start taking a pen, we think that we are the mind and we write whatever we feel like. And that is what is not always right. We have to be ever vigilant. The market has given a wonderful drug, but drugs can cause problems. It is not always going to be the beneficial effect. And many of these non-beneficial effects may be bad. And that is why we need to know exactly and why we need to have an ADR and how this ADR can be as far as possible 100% foolproof. And now that we are going to be starting in terms of having something like medical oncology, we'll have patients coming from there. We have more such incidences and more such problems. And that is why it may be a life-threatening situation if it can be caught much earlier, and if you are aware of it much earlier, we can take the remedial measures. And that's not the only thing. If we can share this data across India, across the globe, probably we can come up with certain facts and figures in many of these drugs. I still remember way back, we used to prescribe something called nimelicide, a wonderful drug, and we have used nimelicide left, right, and center. I'm talking of mid-80s, when that was the drug for us. Everywhere, anywhere, we felt that it was a safer drug. But today, it doesn't even figure in any other pharmaceutical. It's just banned. And all these things came because there were side effects, not the usual ones which are noticed in the lab, not the ones which are noticed in the field trial, but then they later on surfaced, and then they collected the entire thing. They found it was good enough to get the drug out of the market. So it is of importance, not only at doctors, physicians, scientists, pharmacologists, that we invent drugs, we put it across the patient, but also be ever vigilant to find out if there is something wrong. And it is important for the knowledge of all those practicing physicians across the globe to find out what exactly it is. And that can only happen with a proper network. I'm thankful to Dr. Shrimurthy, who had made a real right step forward. This was way back in 6 years back. And I liked it because he was partly from the industry. And I think he has spent more time as an academician today, I can tell you. And he's there with me from right day one. And I wanted him specifically for these many reasons. And I knew that he could make an impact because it is few things I always look upon. One is the drug discovery. It's an important thing. We have a pharmacy school. We can tie up and do something good. But it is also important that we monitor these drugs and monitor forever. It may not happen the next year. It may not happen the subsequent year. But then if something's happened, we should be aware of it. I once again thank the entire team of pharmacology department. They have done a wonderful job, and headed none other than by Dr. Shrimurthy. And I also wish to thank Dr. Jayaprakash sir, who has made it convenient to come all the way from Delhi to be a part of us. Please feel free at home, and I wish you can come more often and guide us and help us to learn better. And I also thank Dr. Rajesh, who has come, and his support will mean a lot as far as the school and the department is concerned. And I wish all the students, please take part. Next time when they come, it should be many more things, and we should be steering it as spearheading a project of pharmacovigilance. It is basically looking after patient safety. Once patients are safe, I can have a nice sleep. If there is any problem, I'm always awake the whole night. So let us do something good so that we don't land up ourselves in any soup. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Next, we move on to the launch of ADR app. We are proud to launch a pharmacovigilance app which is developed by our MBBS student, Ms. Angelina. Now, I request Dr. Jayaprakash sir to kindly come forward and officially launch the app.
Folder. Amisha, where is the folder?
Imagine a routine scenario. Imagine a routine scenario. A patient arrives with joint pain and is prescribed a standard NSAID, like aceclofenac. But instead of just relief, they develop an unintended reaction, like a rash. This is an adverse drug reaction, or ADR, defined as any noxious, unintended response to a drug at normal doses. ADRs are common, yet they remain drastically underreported. While adverse reactions occur across all therapeutic areas, many remain undocumented in routine practice. In fact, studies suggest that while ADRs are identified in about 4.9% of inpatients, only a tiny fraction, around 6%, actually get reported. Why? Because clinicians face time pressure, uncertainty about drug causality, and limited training in identifying these reactions. The reporting systems are often inefficient and manual. Currently, a report has to travel a complex path,
from the bedside to the Adverse Drug Reaction Monitoring Center, through validation at the Pharmacology Department, and finally to national and international databases like VigiFlow. It's a critical process for safety, but the friction is too high. Introducing TheraVigil, one platform, multiple stakeholders, one purpose. TheraVigil is designed to make reporting ADRs easy and effective for everyone involved. We've simplified the workflow. The app provides clinical guidance, reducing the uncertainty of what and how to report, so you can focus on patient care. For medical students, we facilitate the completion of mandatory ADR certifications. You can easily fill forms via the web app, which are then reviewed by professors. For pharmacology departments, say goodbye to manual transcription errors. TheraVigil provides structured, clean outputs ready for seamless data transfer into VigiFlow. TheraVigil isn't just an app. It bridges the gap between clinical care, education, and national drug safety. By creating a trained generation of clinicians confident in reporting, we strengthen pharmacovigilance data for everyone. TheraVigil, reporting ADRs made easy. Imagine a routine scenario. A patient arrives with joint pain.
May I ask you to, express few words about the student doing this?
So I congratulate the MBBS students under the supervision of Professor Shivmurthy N for bringing out the TheraVigil app, and I congratulate the whole team, and we look forward how this app can be integrated with the ADR PVPI mobile application version 2. We wish you all the best.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Now we proceed to the book launch. We are excited to announce the release of Pharmacovigilance Reflective Writing book, which is edited by our own team, led by our own HOD here at CDSIMER. We request our chief guest, Dr. Jayaprakash sir, Dr. Rajesh sir, and our director, Dr. Ashok sir, Dean and Principal, Dr. Prashant sir, and our HOD Shivamurthy sir, and our MS Dr. Lajit sir, Dr. DMS Dr. Mejaba Gurprasad sir, who is going to join in for the release.
This is just a few words about this book. This book is containing all the stories submitted by various participants from of previous years. Almost 3 years we conducted reflective writing competition. More than 50 entries we received. We tried integrating all the messages that is coming from all these stories and made this book. This book is available online in Amazon, Flipkart, everywhere. And also, what is the significance of this? Significance of this book is that, see, we can't live long enough to make all the mistakes. So the wise people will learn from the others' mistake and adopt such changes so that they can easily bring changes into their practices. So that's the message what we are giving through this book. And very congratulations to our team. We reached out to whole India, and this year again we received 30 plus stories. So this book, what you are seeing today, we will have a second version in the next year. Okay, so we will continue the growth of this book so that we will try to continue spreading awareness about how the drugs can trouble the patients and how we can learn from the mistakes of others and improve the healthcare. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now I request Dr. Padmaja Shetty, Associate Professor, Department of Pharmacology, to introduce the speaker, Dr. Jayaprakash sir.
Good afternoon, all. Introducing Dr. Jayaprakash sir. He is the Senior Principal Scientific Officer and Officer in Charge, National Coordination Center, Pharmacovigilance Program of India, Indian Pharmacopoeia Commission. After finishing his M.Pharma and PhD from AIIMS, New Delhi, he has over 20 years of experience in teaching, research, pharmacovigilance, pharmacopoeia, and formulary science. He's been the former secretary cum scientific director IPC, WHO advisor, Wexford, Geneva. Is a member of the National List of Essential Medicine Expert Committee and CDSIMER Expert Committee. And he has over 58 publications in national and international journals. And he has been awarded Mrs. Geeta Mittal Medal, Young Investigators Award. And he has played a key role in improving the India's global pharmacovigilance ranking from 123 to 8th position. I request you to deliver your talk, sir, on latest update on PVPI function, safety alerts, and pharmacovigilance.
Respected Professor A.C. Ashok, Director, CDSIMER, Professor Prasant Kumar, Principal and Dean, CDSIMER, Dr. Rajesh Kumawat from Himalaya Drug Company, Professor N. Simurthy, the Professor and Head Department of Pharmacology at CDSIMER, Medical Superintendent Sir, Dr. Padanja, Senior Faculty Members, and the galaxy of participants connected online and offline, and as well as the resource persons. Very good afternoon to you all. First of all, let me thank Professor Simurthy for bringing me here. And as soon as I reached here, I was impressed to see the beautiful campus of CDSIMER and the work being done at CDSIMER. The credit goes to the dedicated full management team of the CDSIMER along with the faculty members and the students. And this CDSIMER is one of the most active ADR monitoring center under Pharmacovigilance Program of India. I congratulate Professor Simurthy for bringing out the changes and developing a culture of patient safety at CDSIMER. Let me give you in detail an overview of the Pharmacovigilance Program of India, and you will witness where do we stand now and what can be done in future as well. So, what is pharmacovigilance? The WHO has defined pharmacovigilance as the science and activities related to the detection, assessment, understanding, and prevention of adverse effect or any other medicine-related problem. So, whatever drug is coming on the market, it must be safe, it must be effective, and it should also be of assured quality. We cannot compromise with any of these three important attributes, and as soon as there is any compromise of any of these parameters, then we put the patient on risk. And there are so many formulations which are being added to the already available formulations on the market, and it becomes very difficult for the prescriber which is the best formulation that can be prescribed to his or her patient, looking at the safety profile and all these quality attributes as well. So, as I see, there are a lot of students, so I expect many of the things they will already be knowing, but many things they will not be knowing. So for the sake of student, I have just put forth some of the bullet points. Why do we need the pharmacovigilance? So pharmacovigilance is required to protect the patients from unnecessary harm and increasing healthcare cost from medicines or from the medical devices. And the adverse drug reactions, they are a huge burden, and many times the patient get hospitalized because of these serious adverse drug reactions. And if we don't treat them or don't take any prophylactic measures for preventing such reactions to occur in future, then it is not good in the interest of patient health. And therefore, there is a need of pharmacovigilance for as long as the drug is on the market. You may be knowing that there is insufficient evidence on safety of medicines of a drug formulation from clinical trials, and the drugs are given marketing authorizations once they pass phase 3 of clinical trial, the megacentric clinical trials, but that is not the end. And there is another phase also, that is the phase 4 of clinical trials, the PMS, the post-marketing surveillance, as well as the post-marketing trials. And therefore, some of the adverse reactions which were not noticed during the clinical trials, and if the patient is on chronic medication, so those reactions may not be noticed during the clinical trials. And that's why, to capture the rare adverse drug reactions, there is a need for putting the pharmacovigilance system in place. It is also important for signal detection and for taking the risk minimization measures, for early detection of new adverse drug reactions on patient subgroups of exceptional sensitivity, such as the pediatric patients, the geriatric patients, pregnants, etc., and also to promote the rational use of medications, as well as to adhere to the medication regimes. It is also important to support our drug regulators for taking the safety related measures in the interest of patient health. And ultimately, it is not only the healthcare professionals who should get the confidence in the safety of medicines, but also to boost the public confidence in the safety of medicines. I will not be going much into the historical part of pharmacovigilance in the interest of time, but to start with, to give you a glimpse of the pharmacovigilance program of India from the day it came to National Coordination Center at Indian Pharmacopoeia Commission at Ghaziabad. So, Pharmacovigilance Program of India was recasted by the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Government of India, through an order from the ministry. On 15th of April 2011. And since last 15 years, we are trying to put in place the quality management system and other protocols for improving the reporting as well as to analyze the data from time to time and to recommend regulatory measures to the Central Drugs Standard Control Organization. We also have the Material Vigilance Program of India under the ambit of Pharmacovigilance Program of India, and the National Coordination Center for Material Vigilance Program of India is also located at Indian Pharmacopoeia Commission at Ghaziabad. And we also have the Hemovigilance Program of India to collect the adverse event, to analyze the adverse events due to the blood and blood related product, and to send the regulatory recommendations to the Central Drugs Standard Control Organization. The Hemovigilance Program of India's National Coordination Center is also located near to our institute at National Institute of Biologicals at Noida. That is also an autonomous institution under the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Government of India. Based on the work performance of Pharmacovigilance Program of India, WHO has given us the status as the WHO Collaborating Center for Pharmacovigilance in Public Health Programs and Regulatory Services, first time in 2017, and then after 4 years we got the renewal of this status. So we have completed 2 successive tenures as a WHO collaborating center, and it is also renewed for the 3rd consecutive term of next 4 years, and every year we have to submit the report as a WHO collaborating center, and in the whole world there are 3 WHO collaborating centers, particularly in the stream of pharmacovigilance. And our center is one such centers which is active. So rest of the 2 centers, they are at WHO Uppsala Monitoring Center at Sweden, and another center looks after the pharmacovigilance of vaccines in Spain. So, as a WHO collaborating center, we provide the technical support to the Southeast Asia Regional Network countries, as well as beyond this network in the area of capacity building and providing the training support to such countries. Who all should know and report the adverse events? So this slide shows you who are our stakeholders: the patient or their caregivers, the healthcare professionals, the physicians, the pharmacists, nurses, pharmaceutical industries, as well as the Adverse Drug Reaction Monitoring Center, and any other stakeholder who is interested in reading the text of pharmacovigilance and also reporting the pharmacovigilance data to the Pharmacovigilance Program of India. If you look at the global status of Indian individual case safety reports, you can see from this bar diagram that we are the 8th largest reporter of individual case safety reports under the WHO program for international drug monitoring, and there are 182 member states under the WHO program for international drug monitoring. And India got enrolled as a permanent member of WHO program for international drug monitoring in the year 1998. And over a period of time, you will see from the subsequent slides that how the reporting is increasing and how many new adverse drug reactions they have been identified and confirmed by the PVPI. This slide shows the completeness scores of individual case safety reports submitted by India. So on a overall score of 1, now you can see this blue line that the average completeness score of Indian ICSRs is relatively higher than that of the rest of the countries of the world. And that has been possible because of the active participation and efforts of our adverse drug reaction monitoring centers across the country and all the interested stakeholders who support for the cause of patient safety and sent the adverse events report to the Pharmacovigilance Program of India. So what is the challenge here? The challenge here is that how can we maintain this completeness score, and mere completeness score is not sufficient. The quality of the data, quality of information being provided, through which we can drive the meaningful conclusions is very, very important. So how can we achieve the 100% completeness score remains a challenging task, but with the active involvement of the team, it may be little difficult, but it is not impossible. And I request all the participants sitting here and connected online that they should keep on improving the quality as well as the completeness score of individual case safety report so that we can maintain the status at the global level and to have the recognition at the international level. There are different tools of reporting of adverse drug reactions. So we have the mobile application ADR PVPI version 2, which is available on the Google Play Store, and you can download it free of cost and can start reporting the data to the Pharmacovigilance Program of India. We also have the toll-free helpline number 1800-180-3024, and this number has the IVRS facility to handle the calls in different vernacular languages. Apart from this, we also have the ADR reporting form both for the healthcare professionals as well as for the patient or the consumers. And we have the ADR monitoring centers. So either through emails or through the source document such as the ADR reporting forms, one can report the adverse event to the nearby ADR monitoring center under Pharmacovigilance Program of India. And to take forward the digital initiative as per the vision of the Honorable Prime Minister of India, we have also come out with the ADRMS, that is adverse drug reaction monitoring system, which has been developed indigenously with the help of CDEC, and in the time to come, we will also integrate it with the VG base, and then it will also help us not only to capture the adverse event data of medicines, but also of vaccines as well as of the medical devices. And it will be a very useful tool in the time to come. And apart from the channels I have just told you, you can also report the adverse drug reactions on the email IDs of Pharmacovigilance Program of India. So this slide shows the snapshot of the launching of the adverse drug reaction monitoring system online portal during the first policymakers forum meeting, which was held on 19th of August 2024 at Dr. Ambedkar International Center at New Delhi. And Honorable Union Health Minister Sri J.P. Nadda ji had launched this portal. And this slide shows the ADR reporting forms, both for the healthcare professionals as well as for the patients or their caregivers. And the medicine side effect reporting form is available in 10 different vernacular languages. So anyone can report through this form as well. We have also come out with the QR code for reporting of adverse drug reactions in ADRMS. So you can just scan this QR code and can fill in the required information. To implement it, the Office of Drugs Controller General of India has issued a circular, and it is also being implemented in many state and union territories of our country, such as in Pondicherry, Jharkhand, Goa, as well as Chhattisgarh, Nagaland, etc. And the efforts are underway how other states and union territories can also implement this QR code system for filling the information in ADRMS. This slide shows you the individual case safety reports trend over the years, and you can see that there was around 16,000 ICSRs in the year 2011, and now it has crossed 1,48,000 ICSRs in the year 2025. And in the year 2026, we further intend to supersede this figure, and there are 2.11 lakhs of individual case safety reports on behalf of Indian population in WHO VG base. And if you look at this figure, you can see that what has been the trend of reporting in different time spans of each 5 years in the past, and we intend to increase the reporting year by year. When we talk of the expansion part of PVPI, so to the best of my knowledge, there were 22 ADR monitoring centers in the year 2011. And we have expanded this outreach to 1,000 150 adverse drug reaction monitoring centers. And now every state and union territory is having at least one adverse drug reaction monitoring center. And in the next phase, we intend to cover the district levels in different states. And Kerala is the first state where every district is also having the adverse drug reaction monitoring centers. So we have expanded this program in a phase-wise manner, and the healthcare facilities like the hospitals, the pharmacy institutions, the medical colleges having association with the hospitals, they can enroll as the new adverse drug reaction monitoring center under the pharmacovigilance program of India and can contribute to the reporting under the PVPI. This slide shows the bifurcation and how we further intend to increase the number of ADR monitoring centers. So we are hopeful that by the year 2031, there will be 1,700 ADR monitoring centers across the country. So we will put our best effort how the program can be expanded further and how we can reach out not only to the district level hospitals, but also at the primary health center level or the community health center level. The Pharmacovigilance Program of India, with the help of the ADR monitoring centers, as well as with the help of other stakeholders, is able to provide the trainings also to the stakeholders, and we have organized a total of 13,050 training programs and have trained more than 8,85,000 healthcare professionals and other stakeholders across the country. And this is being done continuously, and just last year, we also tried to sensitize the channel of the store pharmacists across the country, and we got huge participation and a lot of question and answers with them regarding educating them about pharmacovigilance and how they themselves as well as the patient can help in reporting of adverse events to the pharmacovigilance program of India. Last year, we had also organized a capacity building program in the interest of the pharmaceutical industry. So this capacity building program was organized last year in Nasik, and that program was graced by the Honorable State Minister of Health and Family Welfare, Dr. Bharti Parveen Pawar, at that point of time. And we keep on organizing the training programs in different regions of the country. So this slide also shows some more training programs which were organized to sensitize the industry participants about the pharmacovigilance guidance document which we had brought out, and in different locations of the country, this training program was organized, how they can strengthen the pharmacovigilance system at marketing authorization holders organizations. PVPI continuously keeps on screening the safety data which is there, and we have issued 183 drug safety alert, and we have recommended 68 package insert changes, including confirmation of 17 signals, and you can see the full list of the signals which are confirmed by the PVPI, and actions are being taken by the Central Drugs Standard Control Organization to bring the changes in the package insert. You will witness from this slide that the very well established drugs also, like the paracetamol and ibuprofen, they can also rarely cause the adverse drug reactions which were not noticed earlier, like the fixed drug eruption. Therefore, it is on the market. We had also issued the advisory about sensitization of the healthcare professionals as well as the consumers regarding not to use nimesulide formulation under 12 years of age. As we had received a few reports in our database, and here I just want to tell you that the nimesulide formulations of more than 100 milligrams are also banned in the country. So the students and the healthcare professionals, they need to be aware of this development and accordingly prescribe whatever is the best in the interest of patient health. So this slide shows the pharmacovigilance guidance document for the marketing authorization holders, version 2. So last year, this document was released by the Drugs Controller General of India in presence of Professor Y.K. Gupta and other officials of the Indian Pharmacopoeia Commission as well as the industry stakeholders during the inauguration of National Pharmacovigilance Week on 17th of September in 2024. And after that, we are also sensitized the marketing authorization holders for implementing this guidance document. PVPI is also coming out with the resource materials. As you can see from this slide, we have the annual performance report of 2024-2025 and earlier reports as well on uploaded on the website of Indian Pharmacopoeia Commission. We have also the PVPI handbook as well as PVPI information profile and the quarterly newsletters of Pharmacovigilance Program of India. And these newsletters, they don't only give the coverage to different events which are organized across the country in pharmacovigilance, but is also unique in giving the information about which new drugs have been approved in the country in that particular quarter, what drug safety alert or any significant risk which has been confirmed by the Pharmacovigilance Program of India also is also covered in the PVPI newsletter. And how we can be vigilant on the safety of such medicines. This slide shows a snapshot of the 5th National Pharmacovigilance Week, and this was a big event organized at Bharat Mandapam, and lot of dignitaries as well as the stakeholders including students participated in this celebration, and the main purpose of the National Pharmacovigilance Week is to create the culture of reporting and how we can raise the awareness about reporting of adverse events to the pharmacovigilance program of India. We keep on organizing the different type of training programs in the interest of different type of stakeholders. So we have our 36 skill development program on pharmacovigilance due from 19th to 13th of March 2026, and anyone can enroll for this program. And the program which we will organize in June, that will be in physical mode, and the March program, it will be held in virtual mode for 5 days. So anyone can enroll and can benefit from this program. With this, I come to the end of my presentation, and if there is any question from any participant, I will be happy to respond to your questions. Thank you very much.
Any questions? Thank you, sir. Now,
Device related comes under area. Example to say.
So I am an ophthalmologist. Device related also comes under ADR. So whenever, for example, when we are doing lasers, probably some tissue injury happens, but that tissue injury recovers after a long time. So should we consider that as an ADR or?
So the device related adverse events, they should be reported to the Material Vigilance Program of India. And to establish the causal relationship, whether the event is, whether the reaction is due to the medical device or due to any procedural defect, the expert committee has to take a call on it, and it should be investigated at the level of the hospital. And from time to time, we are also, if reported to the Material Vigilance Program of India, we also have the expert committee to examine such events.
Sir, I'm Dr. Asha Bentuka. I'm a pediatrician. So Dr. Shivaranjani has been leading a big battle on ORSL, ready to use ORSL, which is extremely wrong formulation. And still it is not banned because the company has manufactured some crores worth of the product, and only when that is over, they're going to ban this product. Children are trying that, thinking that it is a WHO electrolyte. Unfortunately, it is loaded with sugar and it causes osmotic diarrhea when they take this.
So what is your question, ma'am?
The wrong formulation.
So if you come across any wrong formulations, let it be reported to the state drug regulatory authorities. And in case it is a new drug formulations, let it be reported to the Central Drugs Standard Control Organization.
It's reported, it went to court, and in the court, the manufacturer asked for time and said that until all the stock is over, is not new product, new one will not be produced, but whatever stock he wants to clear it. Shivaranjani versus ORSL, if you see, it's a big court case going on. Sir.
It's more of a political issue. So, madam, I cannot comment on this, but if any adverse reaction is occurring, and if there is a issue related to the quality defect in medicines, let it be reported to the state drug regulators.
With your due permission, I would like to add, Madam, you really raised a very, very valid and ethical concern. This is not only the scientific, it is an ethical concern. WHO has given something for protecting the life, but the industry misused it, I can say. And lot of things, and until unless Madam did not fight that case. So, for your information, now FSSAI has a completely banned, but and most of the responsible pharma company have removed those kind of formulation from the market, and it was a strict action was taken against many pharma companies also, and not only ORS word which was misused, electrolytes and something multiple things which are related to the typical WHO ORS. It was a misuse, like we industry is the when financial concern comes into picture, it is really difficult to implement. FSSAI has jumped into it, and they have completely barred the use of ORS word, electrolyte word, or any of the PEG, because it is a very dangerous part. Madam rightly mentioned, it is a many formulation which are available, were available in the market. It was 50 times the sugar which was recommended by WHO. So rather than treating it is a deteriorating the, so it was a misleading advertisement which was addressed by FSSA.
Thank you, sir. Now I would like to request Dr. Ashok sir, Dr. Prashant sir, and Dr. Shrimurthy sir to come on the stage and give a token of appreciation to Jennifer.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Now I invite Ms. Angelina to share a few words about the process of development of ADR reporting app.
Okay, good afternoon to one and all present here. I am Angelina Sanjana Selvaraj and I am a student of final year MBBS. So, first of all, I would like to thank Dr. Shrimurthy sir for giving me the opportunity to share the small experience that I've had with pharmacovigilance which began in my second year. So I do see a lot of second years over here. So as you guys probably would have had to do this project wherein sir has asked you to go and find ADRs in the hospital. So that kind of does seem like quite a tedious task to some people, right? So this is how my journey began in second year. So when I was in second year, sir had asked us to go and fill ADR forms. So me and my friend would go around to the OPDs, to the wards, and we never really understood what it meant to like report the app, so to report the ADR. So we both went back to sir and we asked sir, saying, we have not really understood the concept of, filing an ADR. And as they say, to first create, you need to question everything. So we questioned the entire format of why are we doing this and how to do it. Because if you look at it in a standard way, when you go to your wards, you don't really encounter that many ADRs. So Sir gave us a project back. He asked us to go to the ward and to talk to around 100 patients. And out of 100 patients, to come back and report how many of ADRs we got. So me and my friend, being the way we are, we put a 1 week time gap. We went, we were like, we go meet 20 patients a day, but we did it. We met 100 patients. And out of 100 patients that we met, we got to know that 11 of them had ADRs. And out of the 11 of them that had ADRs, we got to know that many of them didn't even know what an ADR entailed. They didn't know that they had to go and report it to their doctor. They didn't know what it even meant. So that brought us to a lot of questions about ADRs, and that kind of made us realize how important it is for us as students to go out there and to find these areas and to report them. So so this was what happened in second year, and after that, me and Sir had been in touch regarding how we could better this, or how we could make as a student how we could make this journey easier for us. So we thought of bringing technology into this. Technology came into the picture around in second year where we thought of starting a small app, but it didn't really gain that much momentum. I think around a year back, Sir had an opportunity with a hackathon, wherein he said that why don't we go and approach a hackathon with respect to this idea. So I started discussing more with Sir regarding this project, and my brother happens to be an engineer. So I went back home and started telling him about these ideas and about how, as a student, a lot of times we kind of don't know where we're going wrong. We don't know how exactly to format the ADR app. So we decided to come out with an app where it's a web app basically. So in that web app, you can fill the form, fill the web app, and a sheet of that goes to the in charge, pharmacology in charge. Like for example, it goes to Shrimurthy sir, wherein he will go through it and he will find out if any corrections need to be made or if something has gone wrong in the app. So that will come back to us as feedback, and we can learn through those experiences. And that is one mode of how we can report areas as students. So that is like a learning opportunity for us. And as doctors, it is quite a tedious task to find the sheet or to like to fill it virtually, so to fill it physically. So that's why this is a virtual platform wherein you can just open the app on your phone, fill it, and then it gets reported. So all of these, whatever get reported, it goes to the pharmacovigilance committee of our college, and a mail of this goes to PVPY as well. So it's kind of a way wherein we are trying to make that gap or bridge that gap. So this is how we came out with TerraVigil, which I think you all saw the video of. So this was my journey with pharmacovigilance, and I've learned quite a lot over all these years. And it is definitely much more than it seems, and I'm really glad to have gotten this opportunity. Thank you.
I have taken a survey of the people who have registered with us to attend this program. More than 400 people, they are interested to use the app actually. So hope that we will make it a reality, and we will also approach the senior management for funding and others. Okay.
Now I request Dr. Jayaprakash sir to give a token of appreciation to Ms. Angelina.
Recognizing our interest towards the pharmacovigilance as a pharmacovigilance champion award. So as a so that it encourages us to perform better and make it better in future. All the best.
Now, I request Dr. Pankaj Shetty, Associate Professor, to introduce the next speaker, Dr. Rajesh Kumar.
Dr. Rajesh Kumar, introducing him. He is MBBS MD from SMS Medical College, Jaipur. He has over 30 years of experience in public health and pharmaceutical industries with key roles in lupin, Ranbaxy, and pharma. He has spearheaded the pilot project of RNTCP as Medical Officer Tuberculosis Control, sponsored by WHO. His expertise involves various domains such as clinical development, scientific strategy, medical writing, and clinical operations. He spearheaded many phase 1 to 4 trials, clinical development and multi-centric trials through various regulatory agencies like DCGI, US FDA, MHRA submissions. He was also involved in carrying out a global phase 1 study. He has many publications in national and international journals. Currently, he is overseeing medical and clinical development department for Himalayas Global Products and implementation of pharmacovigilance in herbal industry. I now request Dr. Kumawat to deliver his talk on safety monitoring of herbal products, different world of tea.
So good afternoon, and my heartfelt thanks to the organizer, especially Dr. Shiva, who is a good old friend from industry, for inviting me and giving this opportunity to share my experience regarding this altogether a different world. I'm telling this is a different world because I have experience on a both side from the modern medicine and the herbal both side. So I am privileged to share my experience and why I'm telling that wherever I am going in these kind of talks in the medical fraternity, the people who are in the industry, people who are in academia for 20 years, 30 years, after the session is over, it is always a comment, and it is not my boasting, but it is I'm privileged to get that kind of comment that it is a eye opener and the first time event for us. So I would request to everybody online and offline, everybody to go through and just take away. There's a very small takeaway that herbal product is not same as the modern medicine world. That I understood from my experience in both the side of the therapeutic domain. So this is the one important aspect. The one critical things this is not related to this particular topic. I would like to take the opportunity to request both Dr. Shiva and Dr. Jayaprakash that most the myth which is happening and which I could see today also, there is a hardcore difference between adverse event and adverse drug reaction. So my friend who shared that they put the device and something has happened. So until unless anything, whatever happens by consuming on the earth, if something happens, it is an adverse event, not adverse drug reaction. That I always give the training in the clinical research people, anybody who joins the industry in the clinical trial. So adverse event, anything happens, it is an adverse event. If I am taking participation in the clinical trial, or if doctor has prescribed something, even if I have not consumed anything, if something happens, it is an adverse event, like itching is happening. This is the duty of the expertise committee, which Dr. Jayaprakash has explained. That expert committee will decide whether it is a related or not related. If it is a related event on the multiple factors, the causality assessment is decided, and then it is called as a adverse drug reaction. So adverse drug reaction monitoring system may be there. That is a correct terminology. But if you are complaining something, it is an adverse event. It is not an adverse drug reaction. So just wanted to take this, and I really would like to request in the skill program or the training program that should be emphasized so that everybody is aware. And in your app, I really appreciate and command that you have come out with this thing. In your app also, I would request that it should be adverse event, not adverse drug reaction. That is the domain of the expertise. So thanks for giving me this up. I could not stop myself, so that's why I shared. So now I'm coming to this safety monitoring of herbal products, and it is a altogether a different type of world. I can say it is a different aura. If I am living on the earth, it is a for the medical fraternity, it is a Mars. Until unless you are not traveled there. So the same thing applies here.
how it will go. What command is here? Okay. So this is a normal industrial claim that it is my personal views. It is not related to anyone. So this is a very interesting picture, which I always share in any of the presentation when I talk about the herbal pharmacovigilance. This is the cave. A person is standing outside, and lot of perceptions are there. What is inside? In a first go, you will find there is a hardcore dark. Anything can happen inside. Water may be there, mountain may be there, but only these are the speculation. So whatever you see from outside, it may not be always true. That earlier I was looking as a dark, but now it is a complete green. So the same thing applies, and I would like to share this thing that whatever you see from outside, especially the modern medicine people who are sitting here or online, herbal is not like that. Whatever you see, whatever you have seen, or what you perceive about herbal, it is the same story. Until unless you don't know, you can't comment. The same thing, the second example is the perception, which is again different. Until unless you don't know the coconut, how it will be inside, outside it is a hard, rough, very tough. How can you say until unless you don't know or you have not experienced this thing, you cannot say that this is a what kind of product it is. It is hard, rough, tough, the first impression. But ultimately when you open, because this we know, these two examples I really wanted to share so that it is a close to, you can associate what we are thinking. So it is a soft and sweet. So it is altogether different story. So we come, before coming to this pharmacovigilance, lot of things are coming up, and especially the COVID had shown the gross jump, high level of jump in the consumption of the herbal products. So our question is whether every herbal product is safe. There are a lot of things happens in the, especially in the medical fraternity, hepatotoxicity, and lot of papers, published papers have come up, and we are telling that herbal products are not safe. So answer, blanket answer is no. Every herbal product is safe. Answer is again no. It is not the every product is safe or every product is not safe. For both the answer is no. So this should be kept in mind. And here we can see that how herbal growth is happening. Lot of products are consumed. The market is growing by leaps and bounds for the unknown number of reasons. We are not telling. In spite of the wonders in the modern medicine, the treatment, survival of life, we have extended everything. Still, the lot of increase in the growth. And what are the reasons? Like various markets, you can see the 50%, 60%, 83% of the populations are still consuming the herbal products. Means there is some reason. So we have to be very careful about the safety and the efficacy of all those. But this is the actual scenario which is happening. So given the lack of standardization, what is happening right now, and the recent exponential growth in this industry definitely warrants the safety concern. Everybody should be aware, like this, the pharmacovigilance program. I'll share some what is regulatory and the government of India is doing, but this is the case. Like it cannot be taken for granted. How this like as you well, anybody in the pharmacovigilance, they started their journey from the thalidomide strategy in the modern medicine. How the pharmacovigilance started in the modern medicine. The same thing applies, that these are the few examples of herbal products and how it causes the severe drug reaction, and ultimately it was came to the market that it is a herbal is also not safe. It can be causing the renal transplantation requirement or some kind of the cancer. So these things may happen. So this example is the counterpart of thalidomide in the herbal industry. So herbal product, as I started my speech, that always safe cannot be taken for granted, but it doesn't mean that it is a villain, which
Sometime like because I belong to both sides, I belong to modern medicine. Now I am in the herbal segment. Some people have completely closed the door. Herbal is very bad. Herbal, and some people in the Ayurvedic or the herbal fraternity, oh, we are the great. So answer is not. It is a whether evidence based and the validations, it is there or not. So that kind of the purpose of such kind of awareness is a must so that we can take a judicious decision regarding anything which is related to the health. So what is complexity? That is a very, very important aspect. It is not simple as modern medicine. I have studied in the modern medicine. I have practiced in the modern medicine. Then I worked in industry. But herbal is altogether a different world and a very, very complex. Like I always call that if you are taking paracetamol in Australia or in Bengaluru or in Delhi or Brazil, paracetamol is paracetamol. But that does not apply for the any of the herbal product available in the market. Any. So that is a very big concern for this particular industry. So what are the complexity? Who is he? Answer is wrong. Who is he? Now this is a Barack Obama. But in the first instance, that's the same thing you also tell. That is a person, Ilham Anas, and that is a Barack Obama. So the same thing applies for whatever you see, that it is this leaf of whatever. I'm not expert, herbal expert, but this leaf, whatever the plant it is, if you produce the second leaf also, I'll be confused until unless I'm not expert. So this is the example I really want to take away. This is the actually applies to the herbal industry. This is a very good example of Guduchi. During COVID, because nothing was available, everything was tested and tried until unless vaccine came into picture. For 2-3 years, our science was struggling how to treat this time this for 6 weeks, some treatment, then after 1 month, the second regimen, everybody was struggling globally as a science that we wanted to come out this thing. Therefore, when there is unmet medical need, there is no relief or the hardcore relief. We were using like this. Guduchi was the most common herbal product used in every household. Left, right, whatever was available, Guduchi, take it as in the name of immunity and the hepatoprotectivity and everything. It was used. Some people just grown the Guduchi in their garden backyard and they were also consuming. And what happened after 2 years, 3 years? This is the herb-induced liver injury. The Giloy is a case series, and this was causing hepatotoxicity. That was the case from the, and we were correct. Like if I am also from that industry, I will also say that it is a hepatotoxicity. But whether it was correct, answer is no. Because Guduchi is also like we can see the Guduchi and these two leaves we can see, and any one of us, until unless they are not expert, they cannot say which are the various species like Tinospora cardifolia and Tinospora crispa. There are various species of Guduchi. And you won't believe Tinospora cardifolia is a hepatoprotective. The other side is a complete hepatotoxic. So it is a north pole, south pole. Both are known as Tinospora. But cardifolia is hepatoprotective, which was helping the people in improving the immunity and improving the all the things, whatever you can say. But the other, if somebody has used this Tinospora crispa, it will cause hepatotoxicity. So whether we can say that Guduchi is bad, answer is no. But if you ask Guduchi is safe, is good, answer is again no. So that is the complexity in the herbal product. So we should not blindly say anything whether it is good or bad. Again, the second example, other example, the unknown challenge fact of the herbs. The one was Guduchi, which was very commonly known, but this is a close to every person. This Golgappa Pani Puri. I think everybody had enjoyed this thing in our leisure time. Everybody used to. But what happens? And it is with everybody. Sometime it causes very good relief to our stomach, like belching and this thing, gas is passing out, and I am feeling very good. Sometime it is causing gastritis. It happens. Everybody must have experience. Like one, even forget about the other site, or today I'm going to this vendor, second day I'm going to this vendor. But in our own life, with the same vendor also, if you are going, one day my stomach was very good and second day my stomach was upset. With the same vendor. Why did it happen? Nobody is blamed. Sometimes you will tell ki, "Arey, this vendor is very bad and he must have mixed and adulteration and all those hygiene and all those." The bigger answer is not that. Answer is this mint which is used in the water of pani puri, pudina which we call. There are 17 species and few species are gastroprotective, which helps in the digestion and everything. Some are gastroirritant. What will they cause? And this vendor, Bechara, what he will do? Nothing. Whatever is available in the market, he will bring. He will do his all hygienic practice, and they will do this thing. So the same thing. See, these are the two big example I wanted to share with all of you, which are very close to my heart. That it is. Earlier, I was also like that. It is not working. It is bad, and all those. So these things which we are not aware at all until unless we don't go through these kind of incidences. So what are the variation? What I call this is lot of things are there here which are changing the characteristics of any product. So whatever the herbal product we are getting in the market, it is coming through these things. Like where it is, that's why I share the example, my paracetamol or my rosuvastatin, whether it is in Bangalore, Delhi, Brazil, or it is a rosuvastatin. Of course, quality standards and that may be changed because of the spurious things and the uncontrolled regulatory aspect, ethical aspect, which has happened with ORS also, with the cough syrup recently we have seen. But otherwise, rosuvastatin is rosuvastatin, paracetamol is paracetamol. But here this is not the case. See, if any product which is coming in the market, they are very chemically rich and not isolated single compound. They are multi-herbals. And then what are the variation which decide their characteristics and the quality? It is a geographical origin, which is a climate, soil, and everything, exposure to sun, that immediately change their characteristics. Then genotypes, what I shared, that there are 17 species of pudina, that mint. Everything is a complete characteristic different. The same thing is parts of the plant, whether it is a root, leaf, flower, stem, anything. So I'm telling that I'm taking this drug, and honestly, I'm just sharing. If anybody in the physician or the cardiologist, I know 3 very close known people who were diagnosed with the high level of through this angiogram, around 70, 80, 90% blockage, which was completely diagnosed in the case of angioplasty. But they revolted, like sometime in the rare villages and all those people revolted, or with some kind of traditions, they tell you, no, this month is not good, which does not fit to our medical fraternity. This month is not auspicious. I'll not have a surgery this time. Postponed for 6 months. So what to take? They started taking Arjuna. I know personally, that's why I'm telling, being the person, Arjuna they had taken. After 6 months, when they were taken back, there were hardly 30-40% of blockage. That was the case with Arjuna. But still, when I know directly that these people have got the relief from Arjuna, whether any patient comes to me or any person comes to me today also, that if there is a blockage of 80%, 90%, whether I'll suggest Arjuna, my answer will be no. Because these are the reasons. I don't know which kind of Arjuna, which kind of plant, what the process they have taken, like harvesting time and all those things, climate, genotype. I don't know whether it is a which pani puri it is, like that. So I can't rely on any of these things that is known as anecdotal evidences. The same thing applies here. It's still, as I told, that these are not a bookish thing. I know those 3 persons directly who had taken Arjuna, but in what form, what time, what doses, whether boiling or bark, powder, root, we don't know. So until unless that is not done, it cannot be validated. And that is the especially lacking in the typical herbal industry. And that's why we modern medical professional Many of us don't rely on that. Though the centuries and the 1,000 years old tradition and we used to treat, but today we don't. Those are the fear and apprehension, and those are the correct apprehension. But what is the solution? I'll also come to that. These are the most commonly sold product of herbal globally. That is ashwagandha. Globally, very popular in US. And globally, if I say, and these are all good brands. I'm not telling it is a not good brand or anything. Everything is good, including my organization and other things. But if I got relief because of the anxiety, stress from one product to other product, answer may be no. That so my ashwagandha is not same as your ashwagandha. The answer is that if I got relief from something, that is the typical that product. Not all products are same. So this is a very, very important aspect which we should keep in mind. Like paracetamol from one company of other is same, but ashwagandha from one company to other company is not same. So this is a very important aspect. So how, and this is the important aspect which I told that what are the various apprehension of medical professional about using I know Arjuna is very good for this heart and the coronaries, but I have a lot of apprehension. Why still? Because safety of the herbal products are compromised by many things. That is the purpose of the herbal pharmacovigilance. What are those? Because these are the naturally grown things. So heavy metals, which may be incorporated. There are many examples if you have read, even in the cosmetics also. Dr. Shiva, how much time I have? Yeah. So I would like that. This is the thing, the heavy metals, then pesticides, microorganism and aflatoxin, because these are not validated products. So every product which is naturally grown, these are bound to happen. Even whatever the vegetable we are getting, that will also be contaminated by something. But the question is a dose, how much it is. So that's why whatever the product comes into the market to treat the patient, wellness is fine. But treat the patient, then we'll have to keep all these things in mind, and these are the typical and genuine apprehension. So stability is also there. So, and especially 15 years back in the modern medicine also, I still remember when I shared with Dr. Prakash, I was in Dabar, and that was the time when pharmacovigilance from the modern medicine was also in a very nascent stage. It was struggling. Dr. Y.K. Gupta was the person who founded this PVPI, and he was my examiner in MD, by the way. So he's a good friend or like good tutor for me, and he's closely known to me. So pharmacovigilance was quietly neglected. So the same thing applies right now with the herbal, that pharmacovigilance is not. So what is the solution of that? Like if you are telling ki Arjuna is not good, Arjuna is good, Ashwagandha is good or bad. So all those things, validations, and I can say with pride that my company Himalaya, right now I can say, I'm not telling that what other are doing or not doing. So these are the answer for all those things. What are the solvents, how we will diagnose with GCSS, GCMS, ICP, HPLC, and all those things for all the concern which is addressed with each and every product or not, what we do in the modern medicine. So whether everybody is following or not following, that is the concern. So, but we are doing like adulteration for this microscopic, macroscopic, and you won't believe that every product which comes in the market, it goes through the DNA barcoding. So whatever, like as you mentioned, like even for the same company, the product which was sold 10 years back, we are getting the same product or not in herbal? Answer may not be yes. But we are proudly saying that it is, and that's why I am there. That is the still today people ask you, what are you doing in herbal industry? So my answer is that we are following exactly what the pharma industry, modern medicine industry follow. So those are the things which can alleviate the fear of the medical professional for using. The other pharmacovigilance aspect is a very important. The herb drug interaction. These are the 2-3 example, and the very commonly used herbs, very commonly used drugs. The herb drug interaction can happen. So do you have data for selling your product? whether you have an interaction studies or not. So what is the need of the R? Need of the R is from the quality from seed to shelf, stringent regulatory process for development and validation should be in place if we really want to establish the safety of that particular product. So now 2-3 slides are there for pharmacovigilance, herbal pharmacovigilance, and I was sharing with sir that we may be the only company globally who have a strong and validated pharmacovigilance system in the world. Because I had that kind of exposure and management gave me the complete good go, and we were able to implement the complete pharmacovigilance system, whatever we are following for the modern medicine. Though the people are not using, but if you go sometime to the Himalaya Wellness site, you will find that complete email also there, website is also there, phone number is also there, and we are again like the adverse event processing is happening, signal detection is happening, literature monitoring is happening. So everything is happening there. But for everything, it is a possible or not, that is the questionable. So what is the need of the R that PVG system and process should be in place at par with the modern medicine? What the regulatory, like you must have seen the budget also, the present government after 2014, they created a separate Ministry of Ayush, and then lot of things are happening, lot of budgets are allocated, they are encouraging. So this pharmacovigilance portal was also Ayush Suraksha was just launched in May 2025 by Minister of State of Ayurveda, Ayush, and they are also going in a same direction, whatever it is a PVPI. So they have also initiated the and everybody can like especially the healthcare professionals or the any consumer, they can always go there and they can escalate any kind of adverse event because of the herbal products. And other things, the network watch, of course, it is still in the infant stage if we compare from the modern medicine PVPI, but still they are having this National Pharmacovigilance Center, Intermediary Center, and PVPC, and Ayush Suraksha is the portal which is controlled by the central government, and it is going in the right way, but it is still far from the actual scenario, but it is in a very good shape, I can say, from the modern medicine perspective also. So what are the challenges of adverse event monitoring? That inadequate pharmacovigilance training, of course, it is applied in the both. We have come a long way, but still 15 years back, whatever we were in the modern medicine pharmacovigilance, we are today in this herbal. Causality assessment, as I mentioned, it is an adverse event. Until unless causality assessment is not done by the expertise committee, it is and in the herbal, it is a very, because confounding factors are very, very high, not like the modern medicine treatment. So causality is really difficult. The methodology to identify the herbal adverse effect, that is again a challenge. And lack of expertise, of course, it is there in the causality assessment. So I just, as I shared that we have that system in place in the at par with the dedicated PV system, and we have a 21 CFR 11 compliance processing system of any adverse event through all model, aggregate reports, multiple channels, and centralized database, everything, whatever it is possible at par we are doing. So that is the need of the R for any of the herbal company that has to be implemented if we really want to imbibe the confidence in the consumers. That is a very important aspect. So this is the last slide. Again, a takeaway that these are the two types of lalloin. One is in the circus, one is in the open, and they both are telling that please treat us differently. So herbal product cannot be taken same as a modern medicine, but answer that it is bad, answer is no. It is always safe, answer is again. So don't take your judgment on the basis of bias or your previous experience. As I shared, the lot of variations are there. Please don't judge any herbal product or any treatment related to herbal. It is a effective, answer is no. If it is a Not safe, answer is again no. So both kind of ideologies are prevailing in modern medicine. Some people completely close the door, herbal means it is a very bad. And some people on the other side, they tell that it is nothing like it. So we have to take a scientific judgment and validation when we call any kind of therapy in picture for treating our subjects. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now I request Dr. Ashok sir and Shivamurthy sir to give a token of appreciation to Dr. Rajesh.
If any query or any question from both sides, I can answer either side, whether modern medicine or herbal medicine. Related to pharmacovigilance, I will be happy to answer.
Thank you, sir. We'll proceed with the distribution of prizes and awards. Now, let us invite Dr. Ashok sir to felicitate the champions of pharmacovigilance for the promoting and reporting videos. First of all, let's invite our own third year MBA student, Sushil. Sushil. Let's give him a round of applause. He has contributed a lot. He has learned and uploaded areas to his blog, and he has also participated and earned one prize each for Hati for his presentations. So he has made our name proud in various institutions and various programs. Give a round of applause for Sushil. Next, our own clinical pharmacist, Ms. Trivedi. She has been diligently working for promotion of adverse drug reaction, monitoring activities and pharmacovigilance activities. She has been relentlessly and tirelessly working every month for promoting media reporting and pharmacovigilance events. So she has been instrumental in most of our pharmacovigilance activities. Thank you, sir. Now, we request Dr. Jayaprakash, sir, to come to the dais for distributing the prizes for the winners of the pharmacovigilance quiz competition.
The first prize goes to Aditya, Riya, Dharmai.
The winners, the first prize winners from Nano Panthers, that is Dhyan Mahesh, Aditya, and Riya. Next, the second place winners. Second is Ayman Said, Harbin Fatima Khan and Makia, Team Drugs. Please come on to stage. Give a round of applause. Next, third place, Anupama, Bhargava Chandra and Anika. Please come to the stage. Anupama, Bhargava Chandra and Anika. So this is not the approved team.
Thank you, sir. Next, we request Dr. Rajesh sir for distributing the prizes for the winners of short video competition. First place goes to Pratishta Durga. Pratishta Durga. Second prize goes to Miss Sandhya, Yellamma, Ashita and Satish from King's AHS. Third prize goes to Sri Vijay Patil, Priyadarshini and Chandana.
Next.
Third prize goes to Sri Vijay Patil, Priyadarshini and Chandana. Congratulations to the winner. Thank you, Dr. Rajiv sir. Now I request Dr. Madhu sir for distributing the prizes for the winners of reflective writing competition. Student category, first prize goes to Balashri CS JJMC Davangere. Second prize goes to Nandini CDSIMER. Third prize goes to Zoya Wisdom CDSIMER. In PG and faculty category, first prize goes to Rubina Badal, BMC Bangalore. Second prize goes to Padmaja T, Kings Bangalore. Third prize goes to Dr. Rashika Kapoor from Ajmer, Rajasthan. Balashri, Nandini, Zoya Wisdom. Thank you, sir. Congratulations to all the winners. Now I request Dr. Ravi D. Mala, Associate Professor, Department of Pharmacology, CDSIMER, to extend the vote of thanks.
Good evening, everyone.
So, as one more category, we request Dr. Shimoji sir to give the prizes for the to facilitate the members of role play conducted in the pharmacology programs. Yeah, Mahesh and company. Yeah, Mahesh, Samika Chandran, Samiksha Vijaychandra, Google RG, Bindu R, Deepak M, Falguni Reddy, Leah, MSC. Give a round of applause.
Congratulations to you all.
Next, sir will give the vote of thanks.
Good evening, everyone. It's my privilege to propose vote of thanks for today's valedictory function. My sincere gratitude to organizing chairman Dr. Shrimurthy sir for giving me this opportunity. On behalf of Department of Pharmacology, CDSIMER, we could be able to successfully organize and conduct series of events under CDSIMER pharmacovigilance events only because of the constant support by the management and guidance by the director, Dr. A.C. Ashok sir. Thank you very much, sir. And Dean, Dr. Prashant sir, for guiding us in conducting the pharmacovigilance events. So I, on behalf of our department, wholeheartedly thank our MS Dr. Madhu sir and Deputy MS Dr. Guru Prasad sir on gracing the occasion. Thank you, sir. Next, my sincere gratitude to today's chief guest, Dr. Jaiprakash sir, for accepting our invitation and traveling all the way from Delhi to deliver the keynote address on latest update on PVPI. In spite of his busy schedule, he has arrived here and delivered the keynote address. Now I would like to thank today's guest speaker, Dr. Rajesh Kumar sir, for accepting our invitation and delivering a lecture on safety monitoring of herbal medicine. Thank you, sir. On behalf of CDSIMER and our department, I sincerely thank all the participants for their active involvement in various competitions under CDSIMER Pharmacovigilance Events 2026. I must acknowledge all the pharmacovigilance champions who took initiatives to support pharmacovigilance activities and encouraging other students and youngsters to excel and contribute to pharmacovigilance activities in future. So finally, on behalf of the department, I would like to acknowledge and thank all the teaching faculty and students from different colleges and administrative staff, IT staff, housekeeping staff of CDSIMER for smooth conduction of today's program and make it a grand success. So with this, I sign off today's valedictory function and request the dignitaries to have tea arranged with.
Excuse me, sir. Everyone, we will have a group photo. We are planning to, give this group photo to newsletter, sir. PVPA newsletter. So I request all the seniors to first assemble there and we can take a photo and then we'll take to the students. Please now. And without geometry, without geometry. One more is the side, that side. Yes. Yeah. Now, what I have to cover it for all the now. One ball. Yeah, I'll students. Yeah. See.
Yeah.